Hello, my crafty friends. It's Keionna the Krafttherapist here with another video for Joy Clair. And today we're going to be doing the October release. This is the holiday release for Joy Clair. And today I'm going to be using this Making Memories stamp set. I love the stamp set. It has these cute little bears that gives kind of a whimsical feel. And we have multiple sentiments. So for this card, I think I'm going to use these sentiments, and I'm going to use all three of the bears for our card today. So what I've done is I had my Cricut print then cut these, and I went ahead and colored them up off camera with some Copic markers using some purples and blues because it matches the pattern paper that I've decided to use for today. So these are what our bears came out looking like. I thought they were super cute, and one of the really good things about doing digitals is that you can stack them up like I'm doing here with some shadow images, and you can make them whatever size you would like. So I'm going to use some of my art glitter glue that I get from maymaymadeit.com, and I'm just going to place one additional piece of 100-pound cardstock behind the actual colored image, and that just gives me a little bit of thickness for my card. I was trying not to go too thick today, so I didn't do my normal chipboard type of look, but I did place one piece behind it. So we have two pieces of 100-pound cardstock that I am using for these images. So once I get those all glued together, I am going to then go ahead and bring in my pattern paper and my matte piece. Now I'm going to make a slimline card because I wanted to use all three of the bears that came in the stamp set today. I'm going to use this pattern paper piece, which is 3.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to mat it with this teal glitter cardstock, which is 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. So our finished card will be 9 by 4. So now I'm just kind of doing what I call my dry fitting, trying to figure out where I'm going to want to place each of my bears. And then I have cut out these gold ovals out of some mirror gold poster board that's made by Cricut. And I'm going to place one of those gold pieces behind each of the bears, and the piece that I cut them from, that's going to help me align the bears so that I can get them pretty well spaced out. So I'm going to use that negative piece, and that's how I'm going to glue in each one of my ovals. So I'm just using some of my purple tape to hold that in place while I pop in each one of the ovals and each of the center pieces. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to give a place for the bears to stand out from the pattern paper. So I thought that doing an oval for them to shine on would be a really nice point of popping them out. So that's what these three ovals look like. And once I get that done, then we can go ahead and glue down each of our bears to sit on top of the ovals. So as you can see, just bringing in that extra piece of paper allows it to not blend in too much into the background, although the colors of the bears' clothing and their guitars and things like that does match the colors of the pattern paper that we're using. So I'm going to go ahead and get those glued down with some liquid glue, and that is going to be pretty much how our front panel is going to look. We'll come back to that here in just 1 second. I'm really liking it. And then I used some holographic sparkle vinyl, and this sentiment that came out of the stamp set that says Making Memories, I also cut that out. Now I'm going to lay this flat on our card stock on the pattern paper using some contact paper. So once I get it adhered to the contact paper, I'm going to transfer it to the pattern paper, and that gold holographic, it blends in until you start moving it, and then it starts to sparkle and pop out. So I really loved that ability of this vinyl. And you guys know that I love to use vinyl as my pop and my sentiments on my cards. So that is what that's going to look like depending upon how you're turning it. Depends on what colors you're getting. You have the gold that kind of ties in with the ovals, and I just love the way that this came out. Now I'm going to also use these same colors of pattern paper to do the inside of our card. So I'm going to use the pattern paper again, 3.5 by 8.5, and that glitter, which is 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now I use that second sentiment, which is thinking of you. And I also had that cut out with that holographic gold vinyl, and I had it cut out a little bit bigger. It's roughly 5 inches wide. And I'm going to put that in the center of this pattern paper. And again, I just love the sparkle that it gives, and I love the illusion of it blending in. And then once you start to move it, then it definitely pops out a lot more. I just love the way this looks, and you guys know I absolutely love my sparkle. So now the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to bring in a Desert Storm card base. Now this is made with Nina Desert Storm 100-pound cardstock, and I have cut this to be 9x4, 9x8, scored at 4 to make our Slimline card base for today. And that is going to give me about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around my card for the last mat of the card. You guys know that I like multiple mats on my cards. I love a very heavy duty and sturdy card, and this was no exception. So once I get all of that glued down, the very next thing that we're going to do is to add a little bit more sparkle and shine to our card. We already have a lot going on, but you know, I had to bring out my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and I'm going to sparkle up these bears top to bottom and everywhere in between. I just sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I absolutely love this pen. It gives me an amazing amount of shimmer and shine. And so that is going to be one of our last steps. And then I'm going to bring in these Trinity Stamps embellishments, and that is going to tie our card together. It's just some crystals, but again, they have that holographic feel, and I thought that it tied in really, really well with the holographic look of the vinyl that we're using. So again, depending upon how you're shifting it in the light, depends on what color hue you're going to catch, and I just love how that goes together. All the information regarding what I used is going to be found in the description box below. Guys, please leave me a comment, like, subscribe. I love chatting with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again really, really soon in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.